You guys, some analysts are saying that this is just a bear trap for XRP. And today I want to go over it and make sure we do not get screwed on the upcoming market movements. Now, let's get right into this article. Then we're going to go through the TA of kind of what's been happening with XRP recently, where it's looking like, and what it could be doing in the next couple of weeks. Now, according to this analyst, this is a great article. XRP is showing signs of recovery from its latest pullback. And we can see that directly here, right? We had this pullback happen from about $3.65, and we did drop psychologically down to $2.95, which was roughly a 20% drop from those highs. But you guys, let's think about it logically here. If we were to do a fib retracement, we bounced off of the 61.8, and on top of that, the $3 is a psychological number, right? Because it's kind of a big deal to be above $3 for XRP. It's been years in the making. If you saw some of the previous videos, we talked about it maybe taking 6 years, which is what it did. So I'm very, very happy that this pullback was all that it took, right? This is not a big deal. This is such a good percentage for a good, healthy pullback on XRP. And then according to the article here, so basically the way that they broke it down is, yes, about a couple weeks ago, we hit the 366, which was the local new high, which was also a recent all-time high. And then it did drop to test the $3 psychology. We just saw that there. Now with the market showing signs of recovery, market watcher Armando Panjota, please don't judge me for saying your name wrong, I'm sorry. He believes that this recent pullback was a bear trap. So for context, you guys, a bear trap is when an asset price appears to be dropping further than it is supposed to be, and this basically tricks people into selling. The way to think about it is big institutions want to drop this price down so they can have a better entry for themselves and a better average entry price. Now, during this collapse, several market pundits advised investors against selling off, right? As Steve Schultz is one of them, he insisted that investors do not sell off their tokens during the crash. I was not one of them. I'm a huge XRP fanatic for my long-term bag, but I am day trading it every day. And you guys, I do day trade it on BTCC here. Yesterday, I was actually in a really, really good look at this Doge long. Took it, and I took it from the same exact metrics that I was going to enter into XRP, exact same strategy. And right now I'm in a long position here for BTC, just waiting for it to cook. Now, I like to trade two ways. I like to swing trade, which is these lower leverage moves, and I like to day trade, quick in and out scalp, which is what these higher leverage moves are. I mean, like, look, a lot higher fees, but that is a very, very good profit on a $100 margin. So using BTCC, I was able to make $680, and the time frame on this trade was roughly right here. We entered the Doge long right at 21.31 and then at 22.32. So in 1 hour, it closed out at a plus 680. And the funny part is, if I had let it ride, because I basically caught like a little move like this, right? But if I had like let it ride, I would have gotten a good 2, 3, 4, 5%. I think I only capitalized on about 1.5% on that move with the high leverage. And that is why I do use BTCC. The link is still below, you guys. They're still doing the $10,000 giveaway depending on your deposit. So it's just a deposit bonus. Use it to your advantage. Now, since we are back in this uptrend, XRP has regained about 10% of the value, and we can see that here direct. So from that downtrend down to here, we have roughly reclaimed about 12% now, and it's back up to about $3.20, I would say, all the way up to about $3.33, right? So that's kind of where it's currently hovering at, and you want to be finding shorts and longs in that area if you're day trading it. If you are swing trading, you just need to be pulling back on the bigger time frame, even maybe on the hour, and try to do your analysis there just to give yourself the best probability of success. Now, a couple things to think about on the 1 day chart, which I don't always trade. That's only if I'm like doing really long swing trades. The RSI is remaining at around 64 at the time of this article. It is indicating that there's still sustained bullishness despite it not being in the overbought zone. Now, this just means we need to be patient, right? And I love this, right? The spot per premium is at a potent signal. When it spiked on XRP near its all-time highs, it warned that leverage was overstretched and a purge was likely. After the push, the premium has briefly turned positive again, which is awesome. That's what we need. Realistically speaking, in the next couple of weeks, what we want to see happen with XRP, right? And we're going to do this on the 1 hour time frame. So it has used this fib, and it has stopped at the 61.8. What we can also do to be safe is draw one more larger fib from the very bottom of the trend and see where we hit. And again, it did bounce off of the 382. So this was a perfect level of confluence for XRP to bounce. So realistically here, what we want to do is see if it's going to follow this type of uptrend. Because right now we bounced off of this area twice. Let's see if it does it again. And maybe even if it does it here on like the 0.5, if it were to do something like that, that is the perfect confluence to assume that we're going to go higher. And yes, we are also hoping that BTC can reclaim some of its higher numbers here, because BTC is still so close from its recent all-time highs, right? Nope, we need to even go a little bit more back. There we go. I mean, BTC is still only 3.59% from that recent high, and XRP is roughly about 10% from its recent high. But you guys know in crypto, we can regain that 10% in under an hour, under 2 hours. We've seen God candles like that. So just be patient, but make sure that you're using the right time frame depending on the trading you're doing. If you're scalping, you want to be doing it on the 1, 5, 15-minute max. I even do it sometimes on the 30-seconder. And then if you are day trading for like a longer time frame, you want to be doing the 5, 15-minute. And if you want to be swing trading it, you want to be looking at the 30-minute to the 1 hour. And realistically with XRP, there is a lot of potential to re-break some of these all-time highs, because again, it's the only asset besides BTC that does it. I'll guarantee this: if BTC breaks its all-time high again here very, very soon, we know for a fact that XRP is going to do the exact same thing. And another thing to think about, if you're day trading it, use the right broker. You guys, I've got the link below for BTCC. I literally love them. It's the fastest exchange. The lags are minuscule, just like any other exchange I've ever used. So I love it. I've had no issues. It's probably been my favorite. I love benefiting out of the deposit bonus, especially if you're a first-time trader. This is a way for you to really get yourself in the testing ground. And my best recommendation for trading is to test your trading, back test, and actually play in the game. Otherwise, you'll never learn how to actually control the money as the asset's moving up or down. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you do not miss what's going on in crypto, especially some of these major cryptos like XRP. We're going to be looking a lot more in Doge because I've been day trading it a lot. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next video.